drawing the downtrend, breaking. You got the green blocks. That's cool. Very sharp downtrend that we broke though. Doge, Bitcoin. Doge had the head and shoulder, fulfilled the head and shoulder down, had a double bottom. ETH was very sharp as well. So do I green block here, or do I wait until we break and retest? Market's open. We have time. I think maybe a retest. If we retest, maybe come down here for a green block from the green blocks last night. 1, 2. Price is just like a little bit higher, not too much for Bitcoin, but some of the altcoins. Well, we got document this, track this. Ethereum did the best, I think. ETH did okay. Before that, we also had some green blocks that were rejected on the moving averages. So we had a green block, and it doesn't look like a lot, but from the green block, it went up like almost 1%. Got rejected, came down. This green block just down. This green block up. This green block. We're still waiting. We're waiting. Maybe if we retest the trend line. But now we have the right shoulder for Doge. Now we have the right shoulder for Doge with a target down here like 14.72, which is wow. So these areas, while market's open, what I want to say is use caution. Use caution. Could get some volatility. I think we'll go red block into the green block after retesting. So I got the red blocks here. And then I'll get the green blocks once we get closer to market open if we drop before then. Wow. Look at this. What I noticed earlier, Michael Saylor tweeted that Strategy acquired 245 Bitcoin for $26 million at an average cost of 105,856 per Bitcoin. So when did they buy those Bitcoin? Where did they buy those Bitcoin? It wasn't this week, was it? Because let's pull up just the Bitcoin chart. We have to put the Bitcoin chart on the I don't know, the 4-hour. Like, where did Saylor buy the Bitcoin? Because we haven't been at those price levels in like 3 days. So was this his buy right here this day? So I'm guessing right here. Let's do this right here. And then let's add a note, Sailor's buy. Strategy. Well, not Sailor, but Strategy. So this is where Strategy bought. This is where Strategy bought. Right here, their Bitcoin. To put it in perspective. Wow. So they made this green wick and they didn't announce it until 3 days later when the price is down 4%. Sorry, guys. This is. And then I'll put it up there. I'm just. Let me double check this. Let me add image. I want to put this on the chart. Does it fit right here? I guess this fits, right? And then he tweeted about it today. So I got this right here. Sailor's buy was that big green candle we noticed on the 20th. So yeah, retail dumped on Sailor. Hmm. So yeah, we notice big sell pressure after that. So we know who made the green candle. It was Sailor 3 days ago. We didn't get the news about it until today. That's what's happening. And it sucks that this isn't live. It sucks that we don't have the wallet address. It sucks that people are buying IOUs. And it sucks that we're going to get this sell pressure before markets open, but this is necessary. A lot of people are running out of money. A lot of corporations are running out of money to buy Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah, we're dropping. We're dropping quite hard. No, after Saylor announced his buy and people realized that he only bought 250 Bitcoin, like $20 million worth, they realized, hey, look, this is a man desperate, running out of money at the top. Imagine running out of money at the top. Yeah. I saw the rejection there too when I did the red block. It's an obvious move. Well, look over here. I'll show you some signals. So generally when we break a downtrend, we don't just start ripping. We'll go up, retest, come all the way back down to a downtrend. Sometimes we go down below, especially on days market open. Well, this is market open after America bombed Iran. And the war's still going on. So markets could be shaky. The relative strength index was overbought, 88. Up here. On the 5 minutes, we had a bearish head and shoulders pattern for Dogecoin. The bearish head and shoulder pattern for Dogecoin brings us into liquidations as well, under 14.7 cents, which from my top of my red block to here would be over 4% drop. That would be realistic. And then the green block to the red block range was about 4% move. So this volatility, people like this volatility when it comes to trading. There's other factors at play here as well. Like when you look at these funds that are running out of money to buy Bitcoin tops, when you see funds running out of money to mine Bitcoin tops, which is crazy because some of these companies said they can mine Bitcoin for $40,000. Either they're telling a big fat lie or they don't believe that they can continuously mine Bitcoin for 40,000 US dollars. So, looking here at the charts, that's why I did the red blocks earlier. You look on the weekly RSI still overbought. I'll show you that on Bitcoin real quick. Let's look at the weekly RSI. Oh, let's hide the drawings real quick. So the weekly RSI looks like this. We have so much room for this weekly RSI to come down. And for my weekly green blocks until now, it's absurd. Why would you buy Bitcoin here when you could have bought it back here? Because if you're hoping for this same price movement, 500% buying here, you have to wait until Bitcoin goes to 500,000 to make the same profit as the guys that bought it here, right? You have to make $500,000. You have to sell for 500,000. That's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. But yeah, let's put it back on the 5. We're probably gonna have one day of liquidations like down, price drop 20% on Bitcoin. One day. Don't be surprised about it either when it happens. Yeah, I don't know how to. How do these companies handle it? How are they gonna make their money? Wow. How are these companies gonna expect to 5 times their money when they have to hold Bitcoin until 500,000 US dollars, right? That's a tough one, right? Would you guys hold your Bitcoin to 500,000? Like if you're scalping, no way. I don't know people that want to scalp it like this. That's it's bizarre. You want to hold your scalp, your trade until over $10 trillion gets into Bitcoin? Okay. Wait until $10 trillion gets there. See how long it takes to get $10 trillion there without anybody selling. When you factor in people selling, you're probably going to need over $40 trillion to hold Bitcoin up at that price level. Because then people will be putting money into other things in the markets, right? It's crazy to think. It's wild. It's wild. I can't fathom. I cannot fathom trying to do a scalp and then waiting on more money going into Bitcoin than probably the top 50 stocks. That'd be a horrible trade idea. You would lose. Yeah, earlier I gave you guys my reasoning and logic for why the price was going to drop. Did anybody else expect this drop to happen like this? To come back to the anybody expect this drop? Yeah, this is what I was warning of. That's why I wasn't too optimistic this morning. That's why I didn't FOMO. That's why I didn't buy the first green candles this morning, because Sailor announced that buy, and then retail's like, okay. So we saw the head and shoulders. I think Dogecoin bounced the best. The other ones bled under the uptrend. So from what I'm seeing here today, maybe Dogecoin will perform better after it's done dropping. We are getting that RSI almost oversold, not all the way oversold. But yeah, it's a very volatile morning. Lots of volatility. Crazy volatile. We were dropping because we were overbought in 5 minutes earlier, Big Choo Choo. And traditionally, sometimes after we break a downtrend, we'll retest the lines. And that's what happened. But we didn't only just retest the line and bounce. We fell under. So we got the rejection from that support for all of these. But Dogecoin actually didn't really bleed down as much as the others. Only 7 million volume sold. Traditionally, that's like 16 to 18 million on Binance volume. So it's it's interesting. Dogecoin actually is in a better spot today than the other coins when you look at those trend lines. A lot of stocks are just catching up with the news of what happened over the weekend as well, when America bombed Iran's nuclear facilities. And then there's a question of, did we really bomb them enough? So what if we have to bomb them again? But what I said earlier, if we retest the trend line, right, we'll go down, and Greenblock on the trend line would probably be better. It's going to come in a little bit late, but Dogecoin is better here. Bitcoin already bounced. Ethereum still on the trend line. Trying to get this as well. So we got the Greenblocks. So that was the plan earlier, if you listen in. Red block. We're going to drop down. And when it bounced off the trend line, we get the green block. That was the plan this morning. If you go back and play through the audio. Now, let me clip this as well. Where did this wick come from? Jesus Christ. That's a major wick right there. That's a major wick. I know you think it's weird, Big Choo, but this happens a lot. Price will do this. We'll have a nice downtrend. We'll break the downtrend and get overbought, and then get rejection, and then after we find that support, we bounce again. Happens all the time. That's why I knew what to do earlier based off the pattern recognition. That's why I didn't go long up here. That's why I didn't green block here. That's why I did red block here and then wait a few candles and then green block. But this is a big wick. So this wick happened all in one candle, over 1% a candle, which is, I think, pretty good. Pretty impressive. Look at this. So now that we got the green block came in here, right? The one that did best, though, Dogecoin did the best. I need you guys to realize Dogecoin only wicked a little bit under breaking that trend for the retest. All the others bled down a little bit more. So Dogecoin probably get the strongest pump today, right? Dogecoin from the line up until the top was over 1.3%. Bitcoin was only 0.4%. ETH was only about 0.7%. Doge is doing the best today. Quantifiably, Doge is doing the best today. So I would go long on Doge if I wasn't in a position. Doge is doing best from the green block, up over 1.3 from retest trend line too. Doge is doing the best. So I like to look in areas like this. I try to find the coin that's performing the best, and those are the positions that I might be willing to add more to. So if Dogecoin is doing the best, I would probably add more to a Dogecoin longer, buy a little bit more Dogecoin spot. Yeah, Dogecoin performed better right there. Ethereum finally is catching up to where Dogecoin was pushing, but not all the way there yet. The Ethereum though and Bitcoin, they finally surpassed the price. Dogecoin was at a steeper angle, so that's why it had the best momentum. It's up 1.59%, whereas ETH is only up 1.1%. So if you caught Dogecoin down here, you would be outperforming the people that caught Bitcoin, Ethereum, or XRP down there. But then again, Dogecoin does move faster. It is a meme coin. What's up, everyone? You guys catch the rip and then the dip and then the rip again this morning? It's a good morning. I know some of you guys feeling really good about this morning. What we're seeing here, is crazy, right? People love fast movements before the markets open. We're moving fast this morning. We are moving fast. Got another Redblocks rolling in this morning. We are going fast. Redblock almost like one or two candles separate from Greenblock. People making profits fast this morning. Shit. People making money fast this morning. I'm not talking about you guys making money fast this morning. I'm talking about the Wall Street bros. Man, it's 9:43 a.m. and they're already made enough money to take off for the day. Fuck. That's how it works. Today was a 13-minute trading day for those guys. They've already made their money. They can call it quits here. They already made more than 0.5% on Bitcoin. They already made more than 1.5% on Doge. They're Gucci. They could take the whole day off if they wanted to from those profits. The swing traders are in a different boat though. Swing traders will probably ride this up a little bit more. But man, double top over here for Doge. Double top for Bitcoin. But the profits were taken. This was a good profits day already. For my swing trade, my Dogecoin swing trade, my Ethereum long swing trade, those are still open. But the Wall Street guys that just come in a little bit before market opens, boom, they made their money. This was this was like potential of two very solid trades. Like one big short down, one big long up for those people. Look at the wicks. Woo, woo. It's a crazy morning, right? It's a crazy morning out here. So you look over here now. Something you might want to be aiming for is Bitcoin on the 4-hour. The 4-hour RSI, some people are going to try to wait till it's over a bolt again, but the weekly RSI like this shows me we have so much room to come down on Bitcoin. So those Wall Street guys, if they make profits like that, they took the risk. They're probably going to take profits. And then if retail FOMOs, that's good for them because they were able to close their position. Anytime the price keeps going after you close your position is good, because if it doesn't keep going, then maybe you could not have taken profits. Maybe there wasn't enough liquidity for you to take profits. And it looks like these are together, but in reality, this was over a 40-minute span. By the way, it's completely overbought now for Doge. The Wall Street guys, if they take profits, if they've been taking profits, we're probably going to retest that line one more time this morning. And if we retest that line one more time this morning, well, there it is. I don't know if you guys can see on YouTube, but Dogecoin line is already back down here, 15.45, inside that red block. Bitcoin's a little bit above it. ETH is a little bit above it. SRP is right at the top as well for current price. Did anybody make any of the trades this morning from what you saw on your charts? Lots of crazy stuff. It could keep going in a scenario as well. People could be happy buying here because Dogecoin's still like an area where my long is open. Let's do a poll. Are you long Doge? Yes, no. Let's see how many people are still long on Doge. I was optimistic on Doge and went long on Doge the other day. So I'm still long on Doge. Anybody else long on Doge? We're gonna see what happens though this morning. This is risky area. We're probably gonna drop. We are probably gonna bleed. Let me check over here. Oh boy. My Doge long is negative 500%. Oh, negative 300%. My Doge long entry is like 15749. So I'm down a little bit on my Doge long. Let's I'll take these screenshots. Show you guys my current positions. I'm using high leverage. I'm using super high leverage. So these trades, some of the coins, like it could be down like a tenth of a cent, and I'll be down like over 100%. I'll put and share your current trades. Here's my Doge, ETH, and ADA longs today. Doge, ETH, ADA. And then I'll add a picture of that chart there as well for shared current trades. You guys want to see how bad it can get sometimes? Anyways, wow. You guys want to see how bad this can get? Like, we could get a wick down past this bottom here from earlier. That's how bad it could get. Like, this could get worse this morning. The volatility is pretty nice, though. The volatility is really nice. Yeah, we're back inside the red block here. We did wick out a little bit. People have to buy for you to sell. I think we're going to bleed down. I think we'll go back under where we had the red blocks earlier. I think we'll go through these liquidations. We'll probably catch Bitcoin going under 96K today. Ironically. Like, we had such a good morning that a lot of people already made some good profits this morning. Why do they have to continue trading? Right? They could sell, get out, they're done for the day. They met their quota.
Hey, yo. Do you think